Okay, so, right, this is the Elixir String Nanoweb Challenge, right? So, in this challenge, I'm going to stick these strings on this guitar. I've got a gig tonight with this guitar. I'm going to gig next Friday with this guitar, and I'm going to gig the Saturday after that. So it's 3 gigs in a row over 3 weekends. I'm going to use this guitar. So, today's date, I better prove that, I suppose, and I by putting it up on the computer. Today's date is Saturday 15th of October. Let's just get the camera so you can see that I'm not making this up. Where are we? Yeah, Saturday the 15th of October 2016. Right, that is the date. Sorry about that, but I've got to prove that to you. Right, and I'm going to put these strings on this guitar. So, right, I'm going to string it up now. Just listen. That's the A string. Right, I'm going to string this up. You can see me. Right, so I'm going to string this up, and then once I've strung it up, I'll just show you that you can tell that it's strung with Elixirs, and then we'll move on. Okay, so the strings are on. They're on. Okay, strings are on. You know, they sound snappier, obviously because they're newer. The thing is though, over the next 3 gigs, that's tonight, next Friday, and the following Saturday, we'll see just how it runs. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play the guitar, and when I finish the guitar, I'm going to pack it away, and I bring it back, put it in its box, just like I do all with this guitar when I gig it. I don't usually play it in between gigs. I won't be, if I do any rehearsals, I'll do it on a different guitar. I'm just going to do 3 gigs with it. I'm hoping that they do last 3 times longer because it'll save me a lot of restringing. But I got a feeling it won't. But anyway, this is what the test is all about. Let's find out, see what actually happens. Yes, people say they have their strings on for their guitar for 6 months, but do they gig that guitar all the time? You know, there's loads of factors to take into consideration, but let's give it a whirl, see what happens. So, this is about to do gig number 2. There's a little bit of oxidization here. Or rusting, if you want to call it, around about here on the E string and on the B string and a little bit of the D string, but otherwise everywhere else is cool. They sound quite bright and nice. The bit I'm worried about is here, obviously, but that looks all okay to me. So we're about to do gig number 2 out of 3 gigs, because I don't think they're going to go 3 gigs, but if they do, great. If they don't, I told you so. But anyway, let's show you on the screen, so you know what day it is. There we go. Google says it's Friday 21st of October. Okay, cool. So, there we go. Right, so gig number 2, we'll do that tonight, and then we'll do another video for gig number 3, and we'll have a look and see if the strings are still intact. Okay, so this guitar's about to do gig number 3. It's, what's the date today? Yeah, Google says that it's Saturday the 29th of October. So tonight we're going to do a gig. It's going to do probably a good couple of hours again. So by the end of this evening, it would have done about 6 sweaty hours of work on a string. I've never had a string last 6 hours of sweaty work. Usually what happens is after the first gig, it's fine, and then if you leave it a few days, they oxidate even more, and then you go and rehearse with the guitar and the strings break. So these Elixir strings are doing really, really well. I'm really impressed. I didn't think they would do, but there you go. I've been proven wrong. Well, not yet, because it's got to do a gig yet, so we'll see. Okay, so I'll leave you with that, and we'll look at the strings again tomorrow morning after the gig, and we'll go from there. It broke. Yeah, the string broke. It broke off. 5 songs left on the 3rd gig, and the string broke. Now, I knew it would, because I knew it wouldn't last, and the reason why it broke could be a number of reasons. Obviously, you see my previous video about strings and why they break. If you look at this guitar, look at the angle. You know, this is why I overwrap. Because if I don't overwrap, I'll break that string a lot sooner. Because the problem isn't necessarily always about, you know, oxidation, although it is with me, it is a big factor. But the other thing is about this angle over the bridge. So when people say to me, "Oh, Dave, you know, when you overwrap, it doesn't make any difference to the tone," I don't give a crap. What it does do is it stops my string breaking while I'm at a gig, and that's the reason why I do it. There's no other reason. I may be losing tone out of this, I don't know. But basically, this is the only way I can string my guitar without it breaking. However, with these strings on, I managed to get 2 3/4 gigs out of them, which I'm very, very, very impressed with. The Elixir challenge, for me, it didn't work. I was hoping for him to go to 3 gigs. I really wanted, despite what I said, I really wanted Elixir to come through and, you know, go through the 3 gigs. I think perhaps with a bit of tweaking my part and maybe a little bit of lighter playing on my part, I think they would go. So so sometimes it's not always about the product, you know. Sometimes it's, you know, you have to look at the way you play, look at some of your things that you do when you're on a guitar. I think, so well, actually, you know, what I might do is I might turn my gain up just a little bit more but play a little bit lighter, you know. What, because you keep breaking strings? No, because it's, you know, it's all about your technique. It's all about, you know, looking at how you play and what you do and refining it. And maybe I break strings not only because, you know, of the sweat problem, which is a real issue, but maybe I'm hitting the strings a little bit too hard too. And I kind of see that. So Elixir's had a really hard test. I'm not the roughest, toughest guitar player there is out there. There are much more meaner dudes playing guitar than me. In terms of how they hit the strings, you know, and what kind of picks they use. But yeah, I think Elixir's done really well to get through 2 3/4 gigs, you know, on a guitar that I have set up. The guitar's set up really well, by the way. It's a really good setup. I've done a good job on that. There's no problem with that. I'm going to try on a few other guitars. I'm going to give it a little bit longer. I might try the other ones, the Polywebs. I'll try them on a few other guitars and see what kind of see what I get. See what kind of string life I get out of them. But if you look at the strings, I don't know if you can see, I mean, they look like brand new still. I mean, there is no tarnishing or oxidation on them at all, and they're spanking. You know, they sound like new still. So okay, so they failed my Elixir challenge, but you know, I think they've come through quite well. The other thing about these, which I found, is that get less wear on your fingers, because obviously they're coated. You know, especially, you know, if you do a lot, say for example you don't do a gig for 2 weeks, and then you got like 2 gigs over a weekend and following it, and then, like, your fingers are like, oh my god. But these you know, yeah, these strings are nice and smooth. They're easy on your fingers. They stay in tune. I think they're D'Addario strings. Don't quote me on that. I just got that from Scott Grove's video, which is great. The other thing, the Scott Grove thing, massive respect, Scott Grove. But the thing is that he says his strings last, you know, a lifetime, and I'm sure they do. But remember, he's a finger picker. He uses fingers to pick. Whereas, you know, probably a lot of people that play guitar that might be watching this video are plectrum pickers. You know, and they may hit the string fairly hard, which, if you see my other video, it does put wear and tear on this break point here. So yeah, we're going to go through strings maybe a lot faster than a finger picker would. Tell me if I'm wrong. Anyway, with that said, job done. What can I say? The rest is down to you. What do you think? I mean, have you tried them? Because I want to know what the Polyweb's like. Shall I buy a set? I don't know. Can you put some comments at the bottom there? Tell me what you think about this challenge. If you think it was fair, if you didn't think it was fair, and all that kind of stuff. And don't forget to subscribe so you can see all the other lovely stuff that's coming your way. What else do you need to do? Yeah, you need to share this video as well. Catch you later.